For the misfits, for the geeks, for those who show one face to society but in truth live in imaginary worlds, for those consumed by the possibility of something else out there, something to belong to, something that improves reality, for the grown who fight to preserve their childlike wonder, for those who still believe that the real world is a fantastic place that deserves to be thoroughly explored, for those who never found joy in traditional sports but still want to compete and play, for those who want to live in a world where fantasy and our daily life are the same thing, for all of us that want to belong.
Ten of 10. The last surprise. Even that we have been talking about getting superpowers in real life and that the promise will be fulfilled. We haven't quite yet explained how exactly, at least not everything. Each one of you have different ideas on your mind. It is not a coincidence that we received hundreds of different game mode options in the challenge we made a few days ago. Some of them are thought to be in the nature environments, other like in interiors or in huge places like stadium. Amazing. Thank you for participating. Well, each one of you has a very specific dream on how you want to live the experience of having superpowers in real life. But my question is then, what is the bone about? You'll get superpowers, yes. Also, some of you have already got your caster gear or mobile experience, alpha access, but what is the bone about? About fighting with other players, about getting the best superpowers and level them up, about collecting unique assets like Nerias or items. We have been working undercover without saying anything to anyone for months now, but decided to keep it as a secret to see and discover how many of your recruits were actually willing to jump as founders, to take the correct decisions. Today we are funded. In less than an hour, the campaign will successfully close, and all of you that decided to be a part of the original founder team will help us build the future of gaming. So hear me out. The Bone is not a game. Do not confuse yourself. It's not even an expensive tool. The Bone universe is a real-life experience about having superpowers in real life. So, what improvements on the technology could we make to make this dream come true? Because the Bone is an augmented reality gaming platform for having superpowers in real life. That means, what are we doing to improve this technology? Well, this new tech that is still in development will allow you to experience new games within the platform that, well, I think they will blow your mind. Now, why am I saying this 40 minutes before it closes? Because when you're trying to change an industry, uncertainty will be a part of our lives. But being an early backer like you means that you have the vision, and therefore we want you in our community with founder rights, voting, and getting involved on what we should build next. You know, I love Easter eggs. And there have been out there for a long time now, a lot of them. But it seemed like almost no one has detected them. Before I reveal them, before I tell you the last surprise, let's watch again the cinematic, but this time pay attention to detail. Let's let's try to find some Easter eggs. After watching it, I will reveal what is coming next. So, as I was telling, under the shadows, we have been developing a device with non-official name yet. Even not, I will not tell you everything just yet. But this little box is more or less the size of a fist. Imagine that. Will allow you, me, recruitment centers, you, everyone, to generate an augmented reality arena. These theoretical implications are huge for our universe. By placing them, three of them in some strategic points, you will be capable of doing three things. First, you will be able to place objects and interact with them. Now, this interaction means you can hide, for example, to avoid being hit with something. Or maybe you can find a treasure that will give you items or a base to be destroyed. It's an arena. These objects also can be stationary or just like lying there, or they can have movement and interact with them. So when you have AR objects in an AR arena that can move, you can find maybe a base, an AR minion to fight with, or even a dragon somewhere. Second, aiming precision will increase dramatically. This means players now will be able to dodge incoming attacks, for example. And also, the third point is that you will have third person viewers that will see full action in first person or third, meaning you are standing there, you can see everything that is happening, or even with external cameras, you will be able to see absolutely everything. So remember, it's a long way to go. The bone is not a product what we deliver and that's it. No, this is a long-term experience that will evolve to be better day by day with you on board. With this technology in mind, let's see the actual possibilities and reveal the Easter eggs I was talking about. And naturally, this is the surprise. Now, before I show them, consider this is still in early development. And I will not give more detail just now. This is only a sneak peek to show you the potential of the technology that we can gain at some point in the future. This is a sneak peek to show you the plans we have in our minds. The Bone Universe is a platform to experience almost any game mode you are already familiar with, but in real life. With a built in streaming function to let you create as much content as you want. The Bone, it's about becoming extraordinary. The Bone is to make you the next lion. Thank you, everyone, for being in this closing party. Now, let's start with the prizes. What up?
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the closing live stream.
I think everyone is. I hope you like the surprise we had, at least for the end, to explain everyone how we're gonna revolutionize the gaming industry with all the game modes. With one simple thing is superpowers every game mode in real life.
It was a lot of fun. I liked the surprise. That was very good and very exciting.
Well, cool. We're in the closing party. As usual, you are the host, not me. So please take over, lead us, and tell us what is going to happen. Remember, we are live streaming in both languages at the same time. So let me give a quick announcement in Spanish. Si alguno de ustedes está viendo la transmisión en español, en la descripción hay otro link para que se puedan ir de ese lado y vean la transmisión exactamente en su idioma. Fuera de eso, seguimos en inglés. There you go. The traditional message I always need to give. So, Pierce, what's today's agenda? What are we gonna do?
So we have some prizes to give away and to announce the winners of the competition challenge that we had over the past couple days. And we're also going to talk about some of the game modes that you hinted at the in that video at the beginning, and also where there's going to be some voting. So we're going to see what game modes you watchers want to see and think is the best one moving forward. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to explain all the different game modes. You guys are going to vote for your favorites. There is a link to the voting down in the description. I recommend waiting to vote until you understand what we mean by each of the game modes, but you do have access to all of those. And then we're going to find out the winners of the challenge over the past few days. There is the link right there. It will also be in the description. So we have normal battle royale. This is pretty basic. JCF has talked about it before. We've mentioned it a few times. This is the last man standing. Everyone's in an arena. You can be by yourself or with a team. Medium arena, large arena, and it's just whoever is the last man standing. There might be a radiation zone or just a location that you have to stay in, but there will be last man standing, battle royale, like we've talked about before.
And just to everyone let you know, so the link you have, you will be able to vote in the section of the battle royale thing, then into the tactic modes, MOBA, RPG, and stuff like that. So the idea is that we're gonna be talking about each game mode, and after that, just try to have the voting opening, and at the end we will have the results. And with those results in the next couple of weeks, we will put them to compete, so we can find the actual winner. Because something that you didn't know is that we had hundreds of game modes that you as a community plays there. So we tried to fix them into little categories so you can vote and tell us what's your favorite. Then, sorry for interrupting you. So we have the normal battle royale. I believe everyone knows it. What else do we have?
We also have an RPG battle royale, which is where you will bring all of the grinding that you have done and all of the leveled up power archives that you have, and that is what you will be using to battle. So everyone will be on different levels depending on how much they've done, how much they've explored, how much they've practiced in the combat simulator, and leveled up their abilities.
Something I found out when I was reading every single game mode about this one that I really love is, imagine I have Red Destruction level 10 and Pierce has Red Destruction level 5. So the idea of this Battle Royale mode is that when I find it for the first time in a chest or in something, since I have level 10, I will have level 10 and Pierce will have level 5. But if Pierce manage to eliminate me, then he will automatically get the Red Destruction level 10 in that match, not like forever, but in that match. So just to let you know, that means RPG Battle Royale, that I think it's pretty cool.
It certainly is. You're able to steal the levels of other players, kind of. Then we also have an NPC Battle Royale. So this is same idea of Battle Royale, you versus everyone, but now there's also non-playable characters, NPCs, bots that are also fighting, also trying to hinder your progress, trying to kill you, so makes it a little bit harder for you to win.
Yeah, like stop bothering, right? It could be something moving, like a Nerea, corrupted Nerea or something, or it can be a tower that if you get next to it will like fire you and eliminate you. So just different versions of Battle Royale that you propose, so cool.
And final Battle Royale idea that we have is an objective Battle Royale, where same concept, be the last person. Actually, this one's not last person standing. This is a point system where everyone is still fighting everyone else, but you have certain objectives to complete while you're fighting. And every time you complete one of those objectives, whether it's going to a certain object and collecting it, or going to a certain area for a certain amount of time, whatever they set the objectives to be, you will gain points, and then whoever has the most points by the end will win.
And I think this is really interesting because something that we can see in traditional battle royales is that you have this kind of player that will hide like all the battle until the end, and he will make just one shot, and he could or could not win. So the idea of objectives is also that, for example, each elimination will give you a point naturally, but if you capture some objective, you will gather points. So even that if you are not the last man standing, for example, you are in 5th place, like in last man standing, but you manage to have more points than the first one that was the last man, you will win, even though you are not the last man. So it's interesting, this mode, if you are the kind of that guy that hates that someone is hiding, and naturally is the worst game mode if you are the kind of guy that hides. So that's why it's the voting about. It's in the chat again. Make sure you vote while we still go and explain everything.
All right, moving on to the next game mode, we have traditional fighting. This is kind of what you think of with like a one-on-one sort of fight. Like in the video, it showed Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter. This is just kind of the person-on-person battle. You see it has a small arena size, points and time system. So whoever kills the other person the most times wins this battle.
Traditional fighting. Everyone, I believe, they understand it. One thing that it's important to consider here is that in traditional fighting, the grinding you make to level up your powers will not be considered here. Meaning, let's say the game mode is meant to be every single power archive is at level 5. You pick 4, but that's it. It doesn't matter the grinding. That's important.
I could see that being useful for a recruitment center or something where you have people just walking in and wanting to try it out. I could see that being useful.
Yeah, or just having your friends coming to your house and it's the first time they're playing. Well, if you use the second one, the fighting RPG levels, that what it means is like the same thing of the traditional, but with the difference that your actual power archives will be the level that you have. Well, the news will be like in a huge disadvantage. So I believe there are two kinds. There's no good. One is more plug and play, like the traditional fighting. The other one is for more experimental players that they want to take it like, hey, I want to challenge you with my superpowers in this level versus you, right?
Yes, and the first one also kind of deals more with the ability to cast the spells, cast the power archives accurately, and actually aiming and accuracy and precision and all that. While the second one does deal more with the grinding that you've done beforehand.
Exactly.
Then you have Smash style, like Super Smash Bros, PlayStation All Stars, those types of games where you don't really die, but you have to take a certain amount of damage, and if you get a certain amount of damage, then you lose.
Yeah. So since we had hundreds of different game modes, the kind of Smash thing is that instead of your life going down, you have some sort of damage points, let's call it that way. If you reach them, then you're out. And it's the only one, if you notice, that it can be in teams. Because traditional fighting and fighting RPG levels, it's a solo game. It means one versus one, that's it. Here, you can also have teams in more than one versus one. So it's interesting to have it there. So you got to tell us by voting which one is better, right?
And finally, in this category, we have betting fights. This one I think is pretty interesting. So ahead of the fight, you would set something that you're going to trade with the other person if you win or lose. And after the fight, this is set up so points. So just like the traditional fighting, whoever kills the other person by the time runs out, the person who loses will transfer whatever they set at the beginning of the match. So that's just a very interesting for the hardcore players that are willing to take a little bit of risk with their fighting.
Yeah, I believe this is the game mode that is the most hardcore in all the options we have. Like imagine betting tons of hours of that you use to level up your power archives or even skins with Nerias. I mean, the idea of betting into someone like I'm better than you and I can prove it and I'm willing to bet. Well, I believe it's really cool. I'm not sure if people are gonna vote for it, but I'm really like imagine that, like watching it like in streamer and something, knowing that it's not just for honor, knowing that someone can lose like ton of assets and power archives and stuff. I think it's pretty good. And a quick reminder to everyone that it's watching us, Kickstarter is closing in something like 30 minutes, 40 minutes now. So everything we're showing you is caster gear only, naturally. So if you don't have your caster gear, it's like the perfect moment. Tomorrow prices will increase. So if you are part of this community, you were hesitating to, like, now is the time. Also, if you're in the Explorer, it's fine because remember, there are a lot of recruitment centers out there and you will be able to go there and play. Either you own a caster gear or you don't, you can rent one there. And also, if you own a caster gear, you can go and play with people that are in this universe about having superpowers in real life.
Great. And remember, we are voting on these fighting game modes. So please head to the link in the description to go vote for those, and we will show the results after we go through them all.
Yeah.
On to the next category. Oh, correction. Now we have the first winner of the challenge that we put out. For those of you who didn't get the chance to be a part of it, there were two different parts of it. One of them was Best Exploration, which was just take a picture of the end screen after you go out exploring and show us all of the things that you have collected. And this player got a lot of stuff. Not only is his screen completely full of particles and power archives and chromas and so many things, he got a lot of stuff in 20 minutes, the 20-minute time limit for exploration. So that is insane.
It's insane. Look at the white particles. It's 2.5. It's insane how many assets someone get. I mean, we remember we have a lot of answers, a lot of upload. You as a community uploading this screenshot, but this guy or girl, we're not sure, makes so many that was insane. He crushed like everyone, like but by far. And so remember the prize for the winners of exploration and combat are 2 tickets to assist to our recruitment centers for free in selected cities before we deliver the caster gear. Remember, so in the next months, we will start making tests with the community in different cities around America, like US, Mexico, Peru, well, a lot, America as a continent. If you manage to get one of these tickets, then you are invited at any time you want to come to one of the city and play. We will be announcing them later on where which cities we're gonna be like traveling and doing this experiments with you. So today we're giving the first free tickets, but we will continue doing so. So keep like close attention to social media and stuff because we will have a lot of tickets there. So who's the winner, Fuse?
We have Dan blank
Something
at Gmail.
Yeah. So if you, we will send you an email if you are that mail. But we cannot reveal anything else like in live because privacy. So if you are, well, congratulations, you have 2 free tickets to go to any recruitment center. Maybe you can go to Pierce Recruitment Center.
Hey, well done. Congratulations. That's still just insane. Okay. Moving on to the next battle types, next battle modes, we have King of the Hill, which, just like it sounds, there is a location and you have to claim it. You have to fight off everyone else so you can be the last person in the zone, on the hill.
And one thing that it's about this category is that we found out that a lot of you love the idea about tactical fighting. What's the difference between tactical and something like battle royale? Tactical means you're with a squad normally, and communication is everything. Battle royale is more like go, run, fight, that's it. But communication doesn't matter as much like this. You can think like something like Valorant, Counter Strike, anything that communication will make you win with the best strategy. So this category, it's about, well, tactical IRL, and we have different modes. So the first one is King of the Hill. I'm sure everyone knows it. What else do we have?
We also have, let me click over here again. We've also got Tactical Flag. So a capture the flag sort of idea where you go to either a physical object like those cubes that you were talking about, or it's just a digital where if you're in a location for a certain amount of time, you pick up the flag and then you can take it back to your base. And if you get hit or killed while you're carrying the flag, you drop it right where you are and someone else can go pick it up.
And one thing that you need to consider, because this is so new that not everyone catched it, King of the Hill, it's just a spot that you will see in AR. If you're there, you can take win points. Tactical flag, the flag could or could not be digital. Could be a physical object or could be a digital one. So, and if you drop it, well, everyone will see the object in AR and will go. And just like when you cross it, or when you look at it, or when you shot at it or something, you will pick it up. That's how more or less it will work.
Great. Next, we have tactical objects and stuff. So this will be a little bit more like collecting, hitting objectives, where you still have points and you still have time, but instead of just going to get a certain flag or staying in a single location, you have different objects that you need to go collect.
And I like when we were like with as a team managing to pull all this like game modes. I really love this one. It's the first time I actually see it, but the idea of like there are, I don't know, 20 or 25 objects out there hidden to be founded, and in the moment you take it, you score a point, and the idea is like getting as much points as you can. But if you are killed, one thing about tactical is that respawning is like you can respond as many times as you want, but you will have a delay. So For example, you have a 1 minute delay and it's a 10-minute game or 15 minutes or something like that. So the idea of this objects or finding secret stuff is that the only way to find it is like exploring into really deep into the arena, or even finding challenges, small puzzles out there to open something. But at the same time, you have the PvP thing that you know that you're trying with your team to open a box or something, a digital one with using your powers, but at the same time someone is trying to hit you and eliminate you, and you will have response time. So when I read this, I thought it was really cool, something I totally want to experiment with you, because we need a lot of people to play this game. So I don't know what you think, but I think it's really cool.
Yeah, so if you guys like that idea, go to the link, vote on it. Let's see what happens. And last mode in this set is tactical capture places, where kind of like King of the Hill, where you have a location that you have to capture, but this one, there's multiple locations. You get to it, you claim it, you move on to somewhere else, but if anyone on the other team or any of the other players go into that space, you could lose it. So the person with either the most areas by the end, or the person who's claimed the most areas for the longest amount of time, whatever the specifics might be, they will win that match.
Correct. So just to make a recap, remember, you have to, but well, you don't have to, but it's cool that you vote, because we will start getting information and we will gather 2 of each game mode. Okay, so 2 battle royales, 2 fighting games, 2 tactical, and after that we will see more. When we get those, then we will start placing them to compete by themselves. Like, what do you want more, like a tactical flag or a battle royale RPG and stuff like that in the following weeks. And we will find out like the most voted game mode, and we will make sure that we include that in the beginning of the experience. So every one of you, when you receive your caster gears and stuff, well, the idea is that you have that. Now, naturally, only if you have a caster gear, or if you assist to a recruitment center.
Now, before we move on to the next set of battles, I want to point out something that people have mentioned in the comments, and also show an example of what that might look like. So Arissa mentioned, can't wait until they start moving around and promoting the bone. We actually have done a little bit of that, and we recorded the experience. So, ladies and gentlemen, here we go.
Because I kind of got to fight my friend kind of one-on-one, so I thought it was really cool. It'd be like a birthday present or something. Like yeah. I'd go there for like birthday or something. Some of the skulls are hard to cast, but
Yeah.
I think it's easy to learn.
That the whole virtual aspect of it is what I like about it. I think that it was interesting, but it was a lot harder than I thought it would be. Especially like moving the wand around.
It was fun and I liked it. It was easy to learn.
I thought it was a really cool experience. I haven't gotten too much experience with augmented reality yet, and I'm always excited to try anything about it.
I would say it's better than actual VR because you could actually see it on your head, and it's a little bit backed up. There was nothing that I didn't like about it, honestly, because everything I tried on works for me.
It was really fun. I really liked playing the game and battling against each other, and I loved like doing all those defenses and attacks. It was really amazing. Thank you for making this game. It was really wonderful.
Thank you! I love this game!
I thought like the actual like movements and everything made you feel like involved in the game. I thought it was really fun. Yeah. I think honestly it's better in a group of people, just because you have like that interaction. You could talk to them. Being one-on-one with that person, it makes you both feel like you're submersed in the game.
So that was our first attempt of going out and really promoting the game. So it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed going out and filming that, and I hope you guys enjoyed that footage. And we can go back to our battle modes now. Check out what we've got next. Next, we have some player versus environment game modes, which is pretty cool. We have RPG waves, where there's just waves of enemies coming at you, and you just have to defeat them all as they come at you. These would be not actual people. These would be either goblins or I don't know, whatever it will end up being. But they will just keep on coming, and you have to just survive all of the waves like a normal video game level, but in real life.
And one thing about this category of RPG is everything that we have shown so far, it's about PvP. But the technology in the game and the universe and everything allowed us to have other kinds of games, you know? The idea of getting with your teammates and fight something that it's not another player, more like story focus, I believe that it's really cool. I think that it's one of your favorite stuff also to play versus the environment. And Waves has been out there. So I think this game mode is kind of a training mode, you know, like, hey, Waves, let's call it zombies right now. Waves of zombies, bring it on. And you with your teammates or you alone can fight and fight and fight and see how far can you go just as a training system. And it could be real cool, fun, easy to go. It doesn't need so many like people and organization and all that kind of stuff that other modes have.
And depending on what exactly the design is, it could also be a type of achievement. I was just playing another game where there was a wave level, and you didn't have to do it, but if you did, you got an extra trophy and a little bit extra power. So it could be training, or it could be a part of a quest, or even a certain recruitment center sets up a wave challenge in order to get their insignia or something. There's a lot of opportunities with the waves.
Agree. What else? What else do we have? Are you still voting? I hope you are.
Hope so.
I'm gonna throw again the link so you can still voting while we explain. What else? What else can?
Next, we've got. Let me go back to it. Next, we have PvE Dungeon. This was more like, instead of the enemies all swarming you, this is kind of another very typical video game idea where you have this area, you need to push through it. Maybe there's different enemies in different locations. Maybe there's some special items in certain places. This is just, you're there and you have to push through the environment to achieve the goal.
It's cool. It's a cool one. So the idea of this one is more or less that you will start probably with enemies that are not so powerful. While you go and you keep going, there will be bigger enemies, more powerful. You and your team will need to defeat them to make a strategy. Have this holy trinity of damage, tank, and healer probably to achieve and defeat the last boss.
Once again, there's a lot of applications that one could have, that all of these really could have, and it's up to you guys to determine which one really gets the focus for the future. So make sure you guys are going to vote what you want, because you have control to a certain extent. Next, we have an interesting turn-based game mode. This was one I hadn't really thought about, but just like any turn-based game, it's set up where instead of a fast-paced match like the Battle Royale or the player v player or the fighting modes, this is just kind of, you have a certain amount of time to choose what you're going to do and who you're going to do it to, and then it moves on to the next person's turn. This was, like I said, I didn't think about it, but once it was brought up, I was like, oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah, actually, strategic thinking is everything here, because imagine something where it's like this giant boarding tabletop game where it's like, okay, you can move one space and it will be determined in AR, and it's like, move there and make your shot. You have like one opportunity. Even you place I don't know, a shield to an ally, or even you cast damage to someone and you do something. Well, I think it's fun to have this strategic thinking, and yeah, there could be a lot of applications there.
And finally, for this set of battle modes, we have RPG War Conquest. Mark, how about you explain this one?
Yeah, so the idea of War Conquest is that you will mainly have two teams. One will attack, one will defend, and then you will change. What's the difference, the mainly difference about War Conquest with like tactical or like with something in Battle Royale? Well, the main difference is that everything in the RPG genre is directly related with the superpowers that you already have. So if you have a powers like level up and stuff like that, well, here will matter and will matter a lot. And this is meant to be like huge, like 10 versus 10, or I don't know, 20 versus 20, something really big, where even it's like a house conquest, you know, this house versus this other house. It doesn't need to be, but the idea of you guys that we pull is that you want these wars coming on with houses, like let's fight Thunderstrike versus the JFC new house that he's having, or even a recruitment center with your power archives. Remember, the other one's tactics could or could not be with plug and play, meaning everyone has the same level of power archives. So if you notice, there are a lot of a lot of applications, and each one is meant to different kinds of people and experimented players also. Because if you invite your cousin, for example, one weekend is in your house, he lives somewhere else, and you are like, man, you want to try this. Well, you cannot have a war conquest with him, right? Because he will be level 1 in everything. So maybe a tactical will work, or even just like, let's go a quick match in Battle Royale with all these people will work. But having so many possibilities is meant to create, as like the video I placed at the beginning is, which experience is better? The answer is all of them, but in real life, because it's the only way we can pull everyone's dreams. When you guys plays all these game modes, I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. It's so much, but it's also impossible to manage to create one only game mode that satisfies everyone. So I believe that with this in mind, now consider this is not official. Nothing that we're telling you now it's going to happen, because you have founder rights. Since I told in the beginning, founder rights, it's really important to us, really matters, because when the time comes, we will ask what should be built first. Battle Royale RPG that you voted, or I don't know, RPG PvP by turns. And we are not a huge company that can build all at the same time. So we will need your feedback, your voting rights, to actually build what you are looking at, or what you're looking at for.
Great. All right. And yes, again, this is all what we want to hear, what you guys want to play. So go to the link, vote, make some decisions on make some commitments on what you want to be playing in the future. All right. Next, we have our next winner of the other part of the challenge that we had, which was the best combat simulator screenshot, score, time, etc. Post your best combat simulator picture. And the best combat picture is, for 5 points, we have Foreign Sikwand, I think is what, I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm sorry. But with a 5-point victory with 5 seconds left, this is a great picture. I love bot 815 down in the side healing. Very, very well done. Scoring 22 points in a match is pretty impressive. So
yeah,
well
but
done.
also receiving 17, it's too much. Scoring 22, well done, but it's not about just getting points. It's also about not getting eliminated. So, well, it is what it is.
And next, we have the 10-point victory. So this is the mercy rule. If you score 10 points more than the other team, the match immediately ends, and you are the winner. So we see here 11-1. That is amazing. Only let them get in 1 point before you just absolutely demolished them. Well done. And that is Lucifer RG, I believe. So well done to them. Yeah, that's right. The picture is right on a white wall.
Yeah, exactly. But and also make sure to check out the loadouts they have, because if you want to improve, one easy way to do that, it's understanding what others are wielding in the combat simulator. There's a strategy, as you can see. Yeah, that's actually my strategy. That's kind of the sniper one, that you only increase your attack damage. You pull like one red destruction to anyone, and kaboom, you kill him. But also the problem is that you're really vulnerable. So if you get hit, you will probably die in a second. But this player managed to pull it. 10 points to she name in the white wall.
Very well done. Good job. And yes, that loadout is a very solid one. And in fact, it is the same loadout of the next winner. Actually, this is another of the same guy. So well done for you again. Again, 14-4. That's also great. Same loadout, very consistent victories. That is certainly something to look for and to look out for if you're going up against him.
Yeah.
Or it. And finally, we have a full 10-point. Wow, a full sweep of the other team. Hex. Oh, hey, Hex. Very well done. Same loadout. Red Destruction, Tomato Fury, Yellow Spark, Cobalt Rain. That's a pretty rounded out loadout. And one in a minute 31 seconds did 10 points. That's kind of incredible.
Yeah, actually, about that deck, I will change Yellow Spark for Lemon Acceleration. Now, I know in the demo there's no Lemon Acceleration, but when we release the pre-alpha in September, it will be. And the Lemon Acceleration, what it does is that it reduces your cooldown. So what you want to do there is like you spam it all the time to reduce your cooldown. So your sniping skills of Red Destruction are even faster each time. So you can get to this point where you can keep going with the Red Destruction, like Red Destruction, and with a lot of attack damage, and you will eliminate every tank, everything in the game.
That actually brings up an interesting question. Is there a limit to Lemon Acceleration? Or can you get like Red Destruction down to have like a 0 second cooldown?
Yeah, the problem there it will be that your white particle regeneration will not be as fast. So you will have that thing. So if you want to go like extremely insane damage, you will need to have Red Destruction, Tomato Fury, Lemon Acceleration, and the fourth one would be something that increases your particle regeneration. Now, consider that if you do that and you manage to pull and you are high stats, you will throw Red Destruction at maximum power like it was like a basic attack. But you are like made of paper. Everyone will with one hit will explode you because your stats are not there. So if you pull that, you need to make sure at least that 2 of the other teammates are tanks or healers or something that they need to protect you.
Or be very good at running away from people.
Oh, yeah. Or hide really good.
Alrighty. So the best combat winner out of all of the ones that we just saw, best combat winners are those 3 that we just showed. And we can't show your email, but great job, everyone who did that. Way to put in the effort in the combat sim and put in the time in the demo to really make sure that you know what you're doing and to be the ones that everyone's scared of when the alpha comes out.
Yeah. Let's go back to, cool, MOBA. Can I take this one?
Yes.
Cool. So MOBA, I am a fan of this game mode. Just because nothing else. But the idea of having in real life minions moving out, the idea of having a stationary tower that could hit you, and the idea of having a base in the other team that you need to eliminate, it just sounds amazing for me personally. So the traditional MOBA, it is what it is, as you can hear it. So you will start at level 1 with your power archive. So here you can you will choose your 4 power archives and you will go and play. And each time you get eliminations, money, stuff, you will be able to level up those powers in the game to create this traditional snowball that happens in MOBAs. So that's, well, that's it, the traditional. I think it's pretty straightforward. The next one, it's RPG MOBA, that it's the same thing as the traditional, but with one change. That is, you can use your power archives at the level that you have them. And in the story, for example, you have a level 5, you will start with a level 5. So the difference between them is that traditional MOBA is meant to more like casual players. RPG MOBA is more to hardcore players where if they start leveling up their powers, well, they will go into the match with those powers leveled up, and they will have a huge advantage. Naturally, we will have to have this sort of matchmaking to make it fair, but I think it's cool. Or at least you propose it. This is not my idea. I have no ideas here. The next one, I love the next one. Multi-team MOBA. What the hell is that thing? So imagine And multi-team MOBA is the concept, actually, of Age of Empires. So imagine 10 teams, 10 bases, 10 towers to destroy. Each one has minions. And here we have two options that I read and I think are amazing. So the multi-team MOBA has two options. One is, let's assume you have 10 teams, just to say a number. 10 teams, 5 players each. And if one team managed to destroy the other base, well, they will be automatically eliminated. But there's a version or a variant in this game mode where if you manage to eliminate the other team, automatically that team will become of your team, and then you'll be 10 players of the same team to the other ones. So at the end, you will start like this small civilizations of 5 teams, of 5 players in one team. But as soon as the match goes, well, that team will grow to 10, 15 people, and at the end you will have a war, like one team to another. Like, it's pretty cool, I think.
That is pretty intense. That could get very chaotic and that would be a lot of fun. I could see that with especially with like when the bone gets bigger, and I could see that as like a camp event or something that I don't know why I thought about like a camp event, but if you go to like a summer camp or something and the kids are all playing that could be a lot of fun. Like ultimate tag, sort of.
Exactly, kind of ultimate tag. And also, I think this game mode is probably the longest one in everything that we have shown. Each game mode, it's about 15 minutes. Well, some have like 5 to 20 minutes. I believe the multi-team MOBA kind of war thing, it could take an hour or 2 hours or something, and it will be real intense. And if you are playing it, you will have to have really good lungs to stay running for 2 hours, real intense, battling others.
Multi-team MOBA, the reason to get your cardio workout.
Exactly. We need a good reason to exercise. I believe this is one.
And finally, in this
one.
set.
Oh, Tactical MOBA is kind of today's combat simulator. It's pretty straightforward, super simple. Is what you know today. Three players or 5 players will go into there. There is no like minions or towers or something. It's just teammates respawning again and again and again. We just wanted to place it there because a lot of you explain us that you want that. So the Tactical MOBA, it's kind of today's combat simulator.
Cool. Yeah, these MOBAs are all very interesting. Very, very cool ideas. I could see these, like you said, for the multi-team, these could certainly take a lot more time than the other ones would need to. Okay, final results. Let's look at that.
Before that, let's give them a couple of minutes. Let's, 5 minutes. So please go. We'll show the live results. If you actually answer the whole questions, you will be automatically redirect to the results. You can see them there. We will project them then here. So this is the idea. This is what we want to make. We have tons of idea. Each one of us has different dreams of what is the perfect game mode for the Bone universe. Now, no one has a reason and everyone has a reason because we're a community and we need to make sure everyone gets what they want. So why voting is so important, and this is an example. When we told you you will have founding rights, we were not kidding. It's not like just something to say or a Discord chat with no real meaning. The idea of voting rights is this example, and we wanted to make it even that, well, this is no official voting rights, but we want to keep going with this kind of dynamic so everyone can have a voice and can explain to us what they want. So right now you will find on the, I will place it again. Oh, no, it's just there. Just click into the link, go and vote. You will see that you have only 2 options per game mode, like big game mode, like big categories, RPG genre, Battle Royale genre, Tactical genre, MOBA, and Fighting. There are 5 of them right now. In the future, we can think of others, but with the answers you gave us, we decided that everything or almost everything fits into those categories. So when you vote, you will have 2 options for each genre. The idea of that is that after we got those results, then we will start like uh, make them compete between different ones to find out the best ones. Like you as a community, what do you want us to build? So, do you want to go? Let's go to the final results.
Great. I'm actually voting right now. So let's go.
Okay, yeah. No. Finish it. Finish. I haven't voted also. I haven't voted.
I'm on the RPG section right now.
Okay. In what tell us? What are you voting?
So I really like the dungeon idea. Like the waves are fun, but they can also be a little intimidating sometimes. So I'm going with dungeons, and also I really like the turn-based idea. I don't generally play like turn-based games, but I think that actually could be pretty cool.
Let's get yeah, I think so too. This time is, you know what, my favorite is probably the tactical genre for me. I don't like really battle royales, it's not my thing. Personally, but the tactical ones, I really think it's gonna be huge. I'm not sure what I want to vote. I mean, like capture the flag, find the objectives, and capture places. The three of them are just really cool for me. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. Are you into fighting games?
It depends. I'm into like I don't generally play like Mortal Kombat and like Street Fighter in those. I don't generally play. I'm more of I don't know the terminology all the time. A game that I'm playing right now is Control, which is not necessarily a fighting game, but there's certainly it's an action game, and that's the game I was talking about when I said there was just a wave level, and it was very stressful.
Yeah, I'm not also into fighting games. Well, Smash Brothers is one that I have been playing for a while now, and I'm enjoying it, and I enjoy it, but it's not my best. I think that mine is tactical and MOBA. And MOBA, the idea of the multi-team MOBA is like for me it's amazing. Like I want to play 2 hours in that thing and conquest the other bases, and I think that would be like extremely cool.
Yes, I think all of these sound really great, and we just need to figure out who or which ones are going to end up being voted on. So this is your last chance to vote. I'm going to switch over.
What about if before we go into the final results, why didn't we go to the Kickstarter campaign? I mean, we are 10 minutes away just to watch that. Do you have it like the link at hand?
Yeah, I can pull it up.
Cool.
Not like that. I need to go over here.
Okay, so if you're watching this and you're still hesitating, you can hesitate for 10 minutes, like exactly 10 minutes. After that, it's gone. Things will increase. Things will change dramatically. As told before, the idea of this was to reward the community that was following the Bone for a year or more than a year. But after this, I mean, prices will be gone. The 149 caster gear will be gone forever. That is not coming back. Recruitment centers will increase in prices. Everything will go higher because right now, as a company and as a business, as you know, I need to talk, and I'm straight with this and brutally honest. We're not winning money with this Kickstarter. We're just like covering the costs of the production and stuff like that. But we need to grow to achieve all these game modes. We need a lot to hire a lot of people and stuff like that. So these prices are honestly to reward the community almost at costs, with shippings and stuff and production and hardware and everything. But after that, as a company, we need to start having margins, because margins means we can hire more people. More people means we can have more game modes. And as you can imagine, developing a dungeon with a dragon and with a quest, and starting with mobile, where you need to explore some sort of place in the world and do some sort of stuff to obtain that item, and that item will unlock the door of a dungeon, and that dungeon will have different specs and stuff. Well, that's not cheap. and I'm not mean cheap in money. I mean in resources, like people working to deliver that. So 9 minutes to go. Your call. Now let's go to the results.
Yes. All right. So stop that share. That one. Okay. Here we go. This needs to be refreshed. There we go. That looks better. All right, so we have normal battle royale just hinting its way into the lead, followed closely by the NPC battle royale.
Make this bigger.
Oh yeah, there we go. And then RPG level objectives.
Ooh, what do you think about this? Is winning? Well, it's not so. It's a tie one. I mean, objectives battle royale. People are like, I don't want that. I like to hide, notice. But between the other royale are really tight. Right now we have 41 responses. But cool. Which
Great.
one would you play of those four? Which one is the one you like?
I voted for. Oh no, I don't even remember. I know that I voted for RPG Battle Royale just because I want to feel the reward of putting in the time outside.
Yeah.
But I don't remember the other one I did.
I voted for the normal one because I want an experience that it's a plug and play for new players. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I want to like invite people that they are not even into gaming, and I know they will enjoy that. And I believe that's a cool way to gather everyone, no matter like if they are into gaming or anything.
Yeah, I certainly agree with that. I think, like I said, I don't remember, but I certainly understand the benefit of it. And even for like down the road, if this wasn't the one that's in number one right now, so I'm pretty sure that'll probably be developed. But even as like a tutorial for new players to be able to play with a friend who was a lot better than them, this is a very valuable game mode.
Yeah, agree.
Tactical, we've got tactical flag leading the way. That's kind of cool.
But almost by nothing. It's one different, like one response. It's 20 versus 19 and 19. Those three are really tight.
They certainly are. I guess people aren't interested in doing the objects.
Yeah, they aren't. It looked like they don't. But flag capture and King of the Hill, I mean, 2019 and 19. And remember, one of them will be completely eliminated. So pick wisely.
Fighting, these are all actually pretty close. We got traditional as number one with 20, and then RPG 19. The betting has 18. That's some risky people out there.
Yeah. Traditional RPG. Well, the betting fights is the most cool thing I ever heard. I want to see that. I'm not sure if I want to be in there in that moment, but it's totally a thing I want to see.
Yeah, I imagine the walk of shame after losing and just watching all of your resources leave.
Yeah, that's insane. But I mean, to watch is just fun. It's kind of it's underground gladiator thing where everything is super hardcore. In the
RPG set, we've got dungeons at
Whoa!
number one. Wow.
That's like the most voted. It's like everyone wants dungeons. That's like with even like comparing it to the other responses, everyone is like, yeah, let's do dungeons.
Wow. Yeah, by a lot. Followed by the waves. But that's the biggest discrepancy that we have out of all of them so far.
Yeah, and well, oh, can you see your PvP by turns? It's like no one wants that, Pierce.
Oh,
Sorry.
that's sad.
That's yeah, community voting.
Zemus, I saw you in the chat. Go vote for turn-based. I know you like that one. And then
What
MOBA.
compositional one? No. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. Go with MOBA. Well,
Uh,
yeah, multi-team MOBA. Woo! You like the idea, right? Of this huge war.
Yeah, that would be insane. That would be like you said, it would be tiring to be in, but the streaming, the streaming opportunities for that
Yeah.
would be insane. The content that you could get from that would be kind of crazy. And I'm also
Yeah.
picturing like what the overlay would look like when suddenly you switch to a different team and you're like, oh, I have to fight him now.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's like, yeah. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Tactical MOBA is dead. Oh, so you guys don't like the idea of today's combat simulator? I mean, I know it's too simple. I believe it too. It's fun, but you can have a lot of stuff. We just built it because it was so simple that it worked to make experiments. Now, well, do you want to go to Kickstarter? We're like 3 minutes away.
Yes.
We're 3 minutes away. So what do you people think about what is happening? We can now take Q&As. Chat is insanely crowded. So it's really difficult to read and talk at the same time. So feel free to place your questions, talk about what you like, what you didn't like, so we can show it. We are 100 seconds to go. Well,
Wow.
it looks like this is going to happen. Yes! Like, I don't know, Alex24 says.
That's incredible. I like this idea. This could be something interesting to join in for the betting fights, if that ever becomes a thing. Have other people risk their stuff too, not just the players. That could be interesting.
Well,
and
yeah,
maybe
then-
illegal, but
yeah, that's when we start like the legal thing going. So 65 seconds to go, and we will achieve it. It has been a long and hard way, and we cannot be more grateful with you guys. Really, like you have been there for a long time. The closing, the relaunching, the canceling, then the not. Well, a lot of things are happening, but remember, when that counter hits 0 in 35 seconds, this will mean that this is not the end. And you need to have that in mind. That means this is a start, and that we built an IRL game platform that will be a reality in 20 seconds now. So, Mark, I challenge you to Smash Bros. Sure. But let's bet. 10 seconds to go. 10 seconds to go, and all that we fight for. And woohoo!
hey,
Look, Kickstarter is doing that, not us. Just to let you know.
yeah, that's all just the page.
Cool. Well, we did it. The bone is a reality. Recruitment centers are being built around America. You will be able to be there. If you are a founder, we will take this to the next level. If you have an early access, well, September is the date where we're planning to launch it with a lot more power archives. Well, demo, a bit bigger. And stay tuned, because we will still give out these tickets to let you into recruitment centers to start testing the EPONs with the new prototypes, with the new things we're building, and with everything. Really, it has been like really long 21 days of this Kickstarter campaign. I know it, you know it, everyone lived it. Like, oh my God, why is going down? People canceling, like why we're not growing and stuff. But who cares? It's done. We're an amazing community. Everyone is like feels like a family now. A lot of you know each other. We know each other. Some of faces, some only by names. But I know when someone says Captain Apac, everyone know who's talking, or Erisa. So this is pretty cool because we're accomplishing the main goal, that it's create a community that has the same goal. And well, this Kickstarter thing shows it. I don't know. What do you think, Pierce?
I'm very excited. This is great. I mean, I've been waiting for this for a while. So I'm just very excited. Yeah.
I believe Eris is hosting a party, so it will be cheesesteak for free, right? So just said, please give us like an address and a date, and we will go to Philly.
Yeah. We're just gonna storm your place there, Harissa.
Yeah. Saying stuff in light could have serious consequences. Well, everyone, it has been a long day, a long 3 months of canceling and doing it. I believe it's time to go. Let's keep the conversation in Discord so we can be more interactive and not just Pierce and me talking to a screen. In What If, remember, this is the beginning. New communications, new systems, new ways of organizing will came up. So be aware of the notifications in Kickstarter. That's important because we need to place them there, like for official stuff. Be aware of Discord, be aware of your email, and in the recruitment centers, because instructions are coming and the next steps are coming for everyone that it's part of this great community of the Bone universe. I don't know if you have something else, my friend. If not,
I do not. Thank you all for watching, for supporting this project, and I cannot wait to see what comes next.
Everyone, thank you so much. Yeah, Erisa has a point. Don't forget to join the website, the Bone. Oh, yeah, exactly. Thebonegaming.com, or just type something like that in Google. It should appear. And see you in Central Command. See you in Discord. Let's keep this conversation. After this, we will have regular lives to give you updates on where we are and stuff like that. Kickstarter is gone, but this is the start. Congratulations to everyone. The battle for Kickstarter was actually won. We did it.
We did it.
Have a good one, everyone. Thank you very much, Pierce, for hosting like always.
You're very welcome. Thanks for bringing this whole universe to life.
It's the effort of everyone. I was just starting to gathering the people together, but this is an achievement that belongs to everyone. So thank you. Have a good one. Bye.
See ya.